Alright, everybody, welcome back to the channel. With us today, Xtremis, Cartel, Sicario. Okay, understand right here. We got the Sicario. This is a non-stim pump pre-workout, fully dosed non-stim pre-workout. Now, there's some that may ask, what's the difference in these things? Some of these pre-workouts they have stimulants, they have products that boost pump and blood flow, and they have products that boost cognitive function in a variety of ways that are categorized as nootropics. They can be stimulatory, they can be relaxing, they can be a combination, they can be something that interacts differently depending on what else you put it with. So here is a fully dosed non-stim pre-workout, and one of the best in the biz, but one of my favorite brands, Xtremis Cartel. I will say I do know the owner. I don't know him like personally. Well, I've interacted with him plenty on the internet and whatnot. I think he's a good person. I do like him personally, but I have to say I feel like I can do more than a good job of providing an unbiased review. Well, actually, it isn't going to be unbiased because I know him, so that's BS. But either way, I'm going to tell you what it was and what I thought of it, and I'm going to keep it 100 with you. So we got the blue cherry slushy flavor. Yeah, so it being a fully dosed pre-workout, non-stim, this one contains both the pumps and the nootropic stuff, but none of the nootropic stuff that is stimulant based, because some of the nootropics, they can have stimulant like they can be actually stimulants, not the stimulant like effect ones, because those don't qualify. Those could be in here in a non-stim pre and be very effective, and they're starting to find some out now that are like solidricides and a few other things. So, anywho, we got the serving size is 1 or 2 scoops, so it's a 40-20. Oh, the blue cherry slushy is banging. It's delicious. Nice label, nice packaging, nice solid tub. Yeah, bippity bop. So, it's 1 or 2 scoops. I'm giving you the 2 scoop review. That's how I do it. I'm going to give you the 2 scoop label too. Okay, so it's got some good vitamins in it. It has the good B12, the methylcobalamin. Yep. And then, now here we go. The Sicario Killer Pump Matrix. Now, this is something like, with Xtremis, I love him so much, man. Like, you got El Jefe. Actually, El Jefe isn't, I don't know if it has as much pump stuff as it used to, so maybe I should look at that label again. But it's really just a product to use on its own. It's so fucking loaded. And it's really nice, too. And I'm not saying you couldn't stack it with your stim. Go ahead. But I would try just using 1 scoop with it because of the high level nootropic and pump amount you get in 1 scoop. You really wouldn't need 2 of these to add on to a stimulant product. And you might not even want to do that because it might not interact with your high stim pre the way you would want it to. And not to say it would dull the effects, but sometimes products do that unintentionally. This one here, though, has, I'm just saying out of using too much of it for some people. Just a suggestion, and then it lasts longer for you or whatever, and you're going to get a good pump out of it either way, and that's really not as important to your muscle gains as, just consistently getting in there and getting the proper contractions and everything else. But they are wonderful products, and these products will help take your reps and your sets longer, higher, more reps, quicker rest breaks, everything else. Great hydration. All right, the Killer Pump Matrix. We were talking about what? One, two, three, four, five, six, 8 different ingredients in the first matrix. Um, the first one being L-citrulline at 10 grams. Next one being beta alanine at 3.2 grams. Our third is arginine nitrate at 2 grams, a whopping 2 grams, with NO3T technology brought to us by the good people of Thermalife. Nitrate bonded nitric oxide producing products are some of my favorites. However, I do need to say and disclose that sometimes some folks have to be careful with taking nitrates. So just a precautionary thing on that. But fortunately, I know a lot of people that love them and utilize them as myself as I do daily, and I really love them for having providing great contractions as well as full, hard, tight vascularity. That's very full as well. It doesn't swell the muscle or the cell like a glycerol does, but it swells it still. But it's just in a different, tighter, fuller, more vascular manner. It pulls water into the muscle beautifully. Uh, they're very nice. The next ingredient, the fourth ingredient, excuse me, not the second, betaine nitrate at 2 grams. Again, a nitrate attached form of one of my favorite ingredients for a multitude of health benefits and performance metric increasing benefits. Um, the fifth ingredient is another 2 grams of betaine anhydrous, and we just talked about that. Our next ingredient is taurine at 2 grams. Now, taurine is great for hydration, cellular ATP energy production along the same lines as like creatine and let's see, what's the other one that's really popular with that? Well, betaine. Betaine's another good example. There's other ones. I think there's another one I was thinking of as well too. But moving forward, it's a great all-around ingredient for hydration, pumps, performance output, focus. That's one of those ingredients where between about 500 and 2 grams is a sweet spot for all those things, including the energy and the boost. You start going past that because it is a GABA precursor. You start to get more relaxed with it. So just be aware of that in consuming taurine in particular dosages. I think it's great to have a good amount of it in daily your daily intake, but just maybe space it out a little bit more so you're not getting that GABA overload and taking uppers for no reason. But 2 grams is a great dose. And this one doesn't have stimulants, it doesn't matter, I get it. But still, even without stimulants, like if you're looking for the focus without it making you too drowsy. So, perfect top end dose here. Next ingredient, pine extract, 250 milligrams, blood flow, heart health, a bunch of other stuff, antioxidant protection, just a great ingredient overall for health and for pumps. And then finally, Capros, low molecular weight hydrosoluble tannins, 60% standardization from Philanthus imblica fruit, which is the not an amla fruit extract. a wonderful ingredient that is great for illness synthase and is also uh, very good for promoting and maintaining healthy lipid levels. So it's got that great added benefit to that. All right, now we're getting down to the Sicario Hitman Focus Matrix. Our first ingredient here, L-tyrosine. Focus, neurotransmitter production, dopamine synthesis, etc. 5 grams. That's a solid dose of that. It's a beautiful dose. Just be mindful with big doses of tyrosine if you're somebody who's diabetic. Um, just be mindful that some of these things, seems like taurine, so some of these things can really drop your blood sugar quite a bit. So you want to be aware of that. And I love high dose tyrosine. I don't think I'm diabetic, but like I just wanted to make sure that they're aware of that because it could be you just prep yourself how you are so you can enjoy it. I know people who review these who David Fredrickson's one, and he takes these and successfully, but he mentioned it in his video that it was something he wanted to make people aware of, and I thought it was good information to share, so I'll be sharing that moving forward. Acetyl L-carnitine is the next ingredient at 1,500 milligrams. I love this ingredient for nootropic benefits, for fatty acid oxidation, ATP and cellular production stuff, and also for improving the androgen receptor. Uh, it helps improve the sensitivity of it. And I just think it's a great ingredient for metabolism. This particular version has a nice nootropic benefit that is effective. 1,500 milligrams is a solid dose. It's a great ingredient for a lot of different reasons. Moving forward, we have alpha GPC, alpha glycerylphosphorylcholine, 800 milligrams. This is a glycylphosphoryl bonded version of choline that crosses the blood-brain barrier and promotes a numerous performance benefits, cognitive and like mind to body or physical to cognitive stuff, so like speed, reaction time, strength, power output, things of that nature. Alpha GPC is the best choline source for that, in my opinion. For the most nootropic, like focus, mind stimulating choline source, I would go with acetylcholine. But we're talking about getting that performance here, right? Alpha GPC, it's the one for that. Great dose, 800 mg. Next ingredient is DMA bitartrate, dimethylaminoethanol, 750 milligrams. It's a great cognitive booster. It's one that is, it's one of mine that I don't see it in as many products as I used to, and I love it as a focus aid and a focus ingredient. I think it complements the rest of these non-stim nootropics very well and rounds it out very well. And then finally we have our estrogen at 50 milligrams to help absorb this beautiful monster right here. So the results, it depends on what I mix it with and whatever, but on its own it's just fantastic. It really is. And you just it doesn't stimulate you like stimulants, obviously, but it does something to everything else. It wakes up parts of your brain and gets the blood flowing in your body too, to a level where it just sort of clarifies you and makes you feel like, okay, I could go do something now if I need to get it done, and it's gonna go well, and I'm gonna do it well. And for a non-stim to do that is a great challenge. For it to actually have you feel that level of clarity and heightened um, desire and interest, as well as improving your actual performance metrics while you're in there through those cooling sources and through the carnitine and the tyrosine, and then all the pump stuff generating the blood flow to continue to promote that. Is beautifully crafted and formulated. It's one of the best. And I also love it too because it's a great one to add on to your Stim Junkie ones that have nothing but crank and you want to just top it off with some pumps. This is a great one scooper. I don't know about going 2 scoops. I'm not saying it wouldn't. I'm not saying it's going to, but I would just think with the massive amount of stuff in here, a half scoop of this stuff with the nootropics too on top of your Stim stuff is probably going to be more than enough for everything you're looking for. And you can utilize it in that fashion occasionally too, if you so feel the need. But I would really recommend everybody checks this one out. Go to NutriCartel.com and pick it up, man. They got a lineup of dope products. I'm going to be reviewing plenty more of them. Sicario by Xtremis Cartel. It's got my stamp of approval. And I want to thank everybody here for sticking around and watching my review. For all my subscribers, I love you. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. It means the world to me. And thank you for everybody for watching. And I hope you all have a great week. And stay safe out there and be well. Be good to each other.